Um, I've graded yesterday. Yeah. If you turned it in at the end of the day, I might not have. Why is it not working? What? All right, I'm not gonna record it right now. It's being difficult. I'll record one of these other periods, so it'll be up there. Who am I waiting for? Anna, you good? I'm actually not gonna have you write this one down. We're just gonna talk about example one. What's exciting? What are all the boys gonna be excited about today? Anybody know what's special about today? There's not football season. March Madness, right? Great. Okay, so let's say Samara's making picks. This girl goes. Okay, let's say Bridget's making picks, right? Bridget, if you know nothing about any of the schools, right? How would you make your picks? What would your strategy be?
I would guess.
How would you guess? What would you use?
I would just look up basketball players.
Oh, he's cute. I'm picking this team. Is that what you're doing? Any other strategies for people that know nothing? What do you do?
Their number of wins.
They're not. Oh, so you actually look at their record and use math a little bit. The ratio of wins to losses. That's a smart strategy.
Whatever name sounds cool.
Oh.
Yes.
I have a school I picked to go decently far. It's called Wofford. Do you like that name? I swear to you, I picked Wofford to go to the Sweet 16. Alright. Moving on. Did you not write this down? But this is just one corner of the bracket. This is actually times by 4. There's a east bracket, there's a west bracket, there's a north bracket, there's a south bracket. There's 64 teams usually in this thing. It starts at noon today. And you're going to watch at lunch, you're going to see all the boys huddle around laptops because that one kid has a jump cable or whatever it is, and he's able to get it on his thing. Now watch. So, this is just like the bracket for bringing in Gigi's Playhouse. So, only one can go on. Now, let's say you know nothing. Let's say your strategy is to flip a coin. What's the probability of getting the first matchup right if you know nothing? If you had a guess. 2%? You're guessing. How many teams are there? 2. How many teams can win? 1. So what's the probability of you getting it right? Say it. 50-50. As a fraction? 1/2. So the probability of the first win is going to be 1/2. Just so you know, it's actually not 1/2. Duke will win. In fact, there's only been one time ever that a 16 seed has beat a 1 seed, and that happened last year. So but this is literally a coin flip. You have an 8 versus a 9. What's the probability of getting the Duke one right, and then getting the next one? Is it another? Did it change?
UCF.
No, it's still the same. Times 1/2.
Does it see how good they are?
Yes, to see how good they are. They actually used the record. Somebody said, I think it was it Katie or Cassidy? She said, I'm going to use the records. They actually seed them based on records. But the thing is about the records could be deceiving. Because, for example, who plays a tougher schedule? Like Maryland, who's a 6 seed, or Bradley? Well, Maryland will play a tougher schedule because it's a bigger school. You've heard of Maryland. You've never heard of Bradley. Never heard? Have you ever heard of YSU? Most people have.
Is that where you went?
I never heard of any of those.
What is it?
It's a college. It's a penguin.
No, what is
It's a penguin? Do they come out waddling?
actual name?
Youngstown State University.
I
Alright,
know where
moving on. So let's say you pick VCU. Alright, so what's the chance that you get both of those right? It's a 1/2 times 1/2. You follow me? Alright. What's the probability of getting this whole section right then? What are you gonna keep doing?
Good question,
Pick the
huh?
best.
Take a second, use your whiteboards, try to figure out what the probability of getting the entire section right. If you want to, you can grab a calculator. Yes.
Hey, you have basketball?
Let's see who gets first.
So it's one. So
I
one
just want to know what's the chance of getting like that first one right. Huh? He's an angry big man.
Oh yeah, right. What is that? You only want the like that. You only watch the so you're gonna get around the computer with all the one I don't understand. I'm saying baseball and good. They stand all work and just don't make it fun.
Raise your hand if you need a calculator. I'm gonna show you a trick here in a second.
I don't want to do basketball. Basketball. I want baseball. I want to know how to do this.
I got the grade. I'm gonna wait to go.
There's gonna be more. Just like if you go, you're gonna go high on the bottom. You go 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times. Oh, you mean each little thing? No, the whole thing.
No, I mean like each every married night I would
Whatever.
Each of these is gonna be a half.
St. Louis.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
who else needs
Villanova.
one?
No one who are Villanova has like no one wants to win it all.
Is that what it is? Oh, I'm so
Bro,
sorry.
they didn't even make like the top 10 seed this year. They won it all last year.
Michigan State.
I should have read
Oh yeah, good thing we have tomorrow, right?
She's just different. No, mess with dirt. He has a phone on. Really? He did?
Alright. Raise your hand if you got an answer. I'm gonna put various answers up here. So we got, I think I saw, okay. 256 is one answer. What else we got? Yes. 1 out of 128. Thank you for that. Other ones? Yes, sir. 1 out of 256. I think I saw 1 out of 512. Am I right? Somebody had that. Any other guesses? Okay. So each game's a half. So this game's a half. This game's a half. This game is a half. Jack, did you fill out one?
What?
Did you fill out a bracket?
Yeah, I did.
Who'd you have here? Mississippi State or Liberty?
Mississippi State.
Alright, we'll go with Mississippi State. Well, actually, just go with Jack's bracket so you guys can see what he picked. Alright, Jack, what'd you pick here? Virginia Tech or St. Alright, Virginia Tech. What's the chance of him getting that? It's times another half. Alright, let's move to the Maryland bracket. Maryland or
I
Belmont?
picked the Belmont.
Ooh, the upset. Belmont. Okay. Chance of that happening. A half, if you're guessing. LSU or Yo?
LSU.
Louisville or Minnesota, Jack?
Louisville.
It better not be Michigan.
Wait, should I change color? Alright, I'll change color. I'll go to black
Michigan State.
so you can see that.
I hate Michigan.
Bradley.
I'll pick Michigan. Michigan.
There's such an upset.
Alright, who'd you pick here?
Michigan.
Michigan State.
Mr. Maryland.
So let's say you're times that by half. Alright, this literally will get you the right answer. If you set this up, you're right. Now, are you gonna go 1 times 1 times 1, all these ones times itself, or are you gonna get on top? 1. Alright, what is wrong with 256 for 1 for probability? When I'm asking, what is the probability? What is the lowest the probability could be? This is a checkpoint answer. What's the lowest number?
0.
It's the lowest probability is 0. 0 is impossible. What's the biggest probability? What'd you say? The biggest is 1. When somebody said 100 what? Percent. Isn't 100% is 1 of something. These are the same. 0 is the same as 0%. Alright, so we can't be 256. It's too big. But it might be 1 out of 256. Those of you that have a calculator, if you don't, do you guys know how to type this in?
Yep.
Alright, type in 1/2. 1 ABC2 times 1 ABC2 times 1 ABC2. Do it over and over again. How many times do you have to do it in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1 ABC2?
Yeah, that's how you type a fraction in.
Where's the ABC?
Since that are SYNTAX error.
Oh, okay, I guess I don't.
How long ago did you wake up?
Does anybody have an extra calculator laying around they're not using?
I do. Bridget. I still don't know how to do it.
Yeah, times 1 ABC2. It's gonna be a lot though. I mean, isn't this kind of tedious?
It doesn't work.
It won't work?
No.
It says SYNTAX error.
Let's do, what about safe strategy? No, I like it. Safe goes, instead of using a calculator, I'm gonna do 2 times 2,
I did that too.
and he's gonna get 4, and then he's gonna go 4 times 4 gets 16. Is his strategy gonna work?
It's a math bracket.
You can't go 2, 4, 6 because you're
It equals
multiplying.
1 dash.
Can you double by 2? 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. You can do it that way.
I got my answer.
What'd you get?
1 over 256.
Good.
So I can put that in row. Look at that.
Okay, hey, just so you know, that's just for that first section. They did something, they said if you pick a perfect bracket, the chance of perfect bracket is like 1 in, it's like 2 trillion or something. They said you have a better chance of getting eaten by a shark and struck by lightning at the same time. Now that's a bad day.
That is impossible.
Has that ever happened before?
How would that be?
To my uncle Denny,
Oh, you're like, that's a
he
cool
survived
way to go.
both.
You could
Really?
die.
You That's a cool way to go.
What if the shark ate you?
If he kind of twitches a little bit and he'll yell at night.
All
Alright, I told you that those of you that had a calculator, I was going to show you a shortcut. Here it is. If I say 5 to the 3rd power, what does that mean?
What is the third power?
Raise your hand, please. Sammy.
5 times 5 times 5.
Okay. 5 times 5 times 5. Well, this literally would be 25 times 5, and that will equal 125. Here, to type this in, I want you to do this now. Everybody has a calculator. I want you to type in 5,
SYNTAX
caret key. There's a caret key, like this. And then you type in 3. And when you hit equals, you should get 125.
Yeah.
If you're not using the calculator,
Wait, what is it?
I might have one more. Yeah. Yeah. I have one more. Somebody up here wants it.
Thank you.
Oh, here you go. This is
125.
So 5 caret key, and then 3. Alright, that's how you type in. So whenever you hit caret key, that means to what power you want something, right? So using that caret key idea, how could I have typed this in so it wasn't so hectic? Yeah.
1
This literally means. This literally means 1/2 to the 8th power. Do I have to put it in parentheses? I'm not sure. Put it in parentheses just in case. Parentheses 1/2 to the 8th power. And when you hit equals, it should give you 1 over 256.
You don't have to put in
You don't need the parentheses? All right. Okay. Is that cool? All right. Let's move on. Let's call this example one of your notes. It's the first one you didn't write down. Alright, this one is create a tree diagram. Mr. Garcia, do you want me to draw a picture of this? Yes. But it's not that hard because here's what I would do. You go like this, and you go down the middle, and then you break it into like a peace sign. And then you go blue, green, red. So you should be good at drawing this. Blue looks like Duke.
How does that look like this?
Who do you have winning it all, Jack? Can you hear me?
What? Sorry, I was.
Who do you have winning it all?
Oh, Duke, all the way.
Wait, what?
No, there's no way.
What about
There is a way.
why isn't the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Because those are grown men and these are college kids.
So we're not talking. I'm sorry.
Watch like the last seed win it all. Like.
I wonder what the lowest seed ever won it all was. It's probably like an 8. I don't know.
You probably like.
I bet you the
YSU.
Huh?
I think I don't know.
Why?
I think the winners are going to be winners. That's what I think is going to win. The winners.
There's kids drawing this right now.
Wait, I don't know. Where's the
What?
numbers that are drawn?
What do you want to know? That's not even the full bracket. This is like a quarter of it.
Oh yeah.
What, are you going to try to fill out a bracket?
No.
I should. You should just take based off of mascots.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta fill it out before noon because the first game's tip off there in a few hours.
I filled mine out last night.
Did you? Who do you have winning it all, Nora?
Nora.
Huh? You forgot?
You know what? I have one. The
So
winner.
Ohio University. You're not even in it. What? Okay, did somebody want to come up and try to do the tree diagram? You want me to?
No, do say.
I don't even see it on your page though.
Let him do it. Let him do it. You say that.
Alright, going up. Don't do the accent. Actually, be serious.
Wait, no. Okay, what am I
We're not
doing?
here to entertain you. This isn't serious.
Yeah, this is.
I'm imagining you're like.
Alright, this is what I think the problem is. On the checkpoint and on examples, when I ask you to hold on. When I ask you to set up a diagram or something, part of the thing is unless I set it up for you, you guys don't know how to do it. That's kind of true. So I think that's the one thing. So I don't want to have to set it up for you. I want you to try to be able to set it up on your own. So actually, I want to see what you would set up if I gave it to you. The tree diagram is the branches. That's right. Actually, it's too much. This is all you need. The pumps.
Okay, so I think one is red, right?
Okay, red.
Oh, I know this.
Just some advice. Spread them out a little bit more. Red, blue.
Oh my god. Couldn't we make like a and then it made blue?
You can just make them blue too.
Oh, every time. Stop.
Like, this is what I was telling you. Say, how many possibilities are there here? How many possibilities are there here? What's 3 times 2? So that means that you know you have everything if you're 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is it. You're done. That is his tree diagram. Is that all 12 possibilities? I'm sorry, is that all 6 possibilities?
Yeah.
Could you get red and get a 1 or 2? Yes. Could you also land on green and get a 1 or 2?
No. I meant yes.
Mohammed, could you get a blue and get a 1 or 2? You could. Why are you saying no?
I don't know.
If you guys don't want to have SDL time, that's fine. We're going to sit here and go through this and make more examples like this so we're all on the same page.
This poor tower.
Mr. Garcia, what if I set up the spinner with the numbers first? I put 1 or 2. And then what would I branch off of there then? Yeah? Haley, what'd you say? You'd have 3 of them off of here? And then you would name those red, blue, green? This is showing the same thing. It's flipped. Either way works, right? Yeah.
If you would have just multiplied them, would that still have been right? Like if it wasn't asking the diagram, like you could ask.
If I was asking, here, you make up your problem. If you had to pick, take a guess, Olivia. Let me actually get rid of this, and I'll make an actual thing. What? Yeah. Wofford. I'm joking.
Hannah, go away. Hannah's bad. Just take them off. Thank you. Now this is just I just want to go to the next one. And that
All right, here's Olivia's spinner. All right, Olivia, give me a guess what you think it's gonna land. I'm actually gonna spin it. What do you think this will land on?
Blue.
Actually, you know what? Everybody has a whiteboard, right?
no.
Write down on your whiteboard. I want you to write down 1 or 2, and then next to 1 or 2, I want you to write down red, blue, or green. And then hold up your whiteboard. No, I don't want you to write down 1 and 2. You have to pick. Do you think it's going to come up red 1? Do you think it's going to come up green 2?
So which one do we think is gonna win?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Which one? Green 2. I'm going to spin it here in a second. Everybody have their thing up? Wait, hold it up. I'm going to count how many boards I see. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I see 20 boards, and 20 times 1 6 is going to be, that's not 1 6, that's 1. 20 times 1 6 is going to be 20 over 6. 6 goes in 20. 6, 4, 18. I bet only 3 of you are going to hit it. Let's do the test and see. Raise your hand if you hit it. Do not change your answers. Let's be honest. Yeah, that is
Screwed it
That's
up.
like my daughter. This little thing entertains her. Like, oh, these car keys. Alright, let's see. If you had a red one, hold it up. Who had red 1? 1, 2,
I did.
3.
Yeah, I know, I changed it.
You changed it. 1, 2, 3. We had 4, and I used probability to say we should have 3 winners. Was I close? Close. You want to run it back one more time? All right. Rick, change your guesses down. You can change your guess or keep it the same. I'm going to respin it. We got green 1. Nope, change. Green 1. Oh, we have more people doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24, times 1/6 is going to be, I know we're going to have 4 maybe. We'll see. It should be about 4. Let's see.
Green one.
We got a blue one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Wow.
I think you had a little long there.
Did all 7 of you really have it, or did you change it? Any of you change it?
No, I got blue too.
I had this one.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Let's see. That is a little bit more than it should have been, but it's okay. That's not how you draw it
I
out.
want money back.
Do you have a dog?
Alright,
I bet money.
Aw.
okay.
Do it again.
Now, it looks like you have this example and maybe one more after it, and then we will have our SEO.
We like summarize this, like, we have to make it all.
I would write down the whole thing.
A lot of pictures. You see me in the hall. Why would I tie?
I'm confused.
All right, what are we doing right now, Bridget? Well, like, what's going on in this example?
Oh, this example? I'm not confused about this. I don't even know what we're doing.
Are those cute?
Oh, we're doing a boxing thing. The boxing thing. Oh.
Sorry.
That's like actually perfect.
They're bullying me. They're even loving me. Those two. Because I took the boxing.
Oh no.
No, both of them.
Yeah.
So you're reading a chart like that, or do you want us to do two charts?
I don't want to teach her. I'm gonna make a table.
What matters is
Mr. Garcia,
Yeah.
Addison lost that checkpoint. That's like the foam building block. Can I go grab one for her?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's the What in the
I don't know
I have a question. Can you do mine and I fill out the one on
No,
the
whatever
board?
you're drawing.
What?
Okay,
Can you do mine on paper and I fill out the one on the board?
Yeah. All right,
Dude, that's what's changed.
do this in your notebook. Make a 6x6 chart.
You want to do that?
Why is it 6x6? Because a cube has 6 sides.
Because she knew me when I first came in here. She was my teacher when I first
Oh, this is a little different. Are we adding when I say product?
You already told me that.
multiplication.
Multiplying.
Multiplying.
Why are we multiplying, guys? What's the word for multiply?
Greater than.
Sum means add. We did sum, yes, or we didn't.
Oh my.
Not this again.
Oh, it's like one of those little shapes.
Your pencil sharp pen is horrible. My pencil is great. No, I just my second pencil.
I can't see over there. Okay. Huh?
And my hand was bad.
Wait, you're using a pen on your map?
Look at
that
the sign.
Oh well.
Mr. Garcia is using a pen on his map.
Wait, so it could be
That's an excuse. Good excuse for a lot.
Wait, so you get reds and greens mixed up, right? How do you know like when you have red light and green light?
I just keep track of the
Oh, you're cool. You do?
Your position of where the green light is.
No.
But what if it's like a windy day?
Well, it isn't. I don't think it's
All
a
like
windy day. I have to do it.
all
You
like
actually,
twisted up.
to be honest, if the
I'm sorry, I'm trying to do my math. You're distracting me.
yeah,
And
he
you-
did.
and you're doing your math with a pen. You're breaking your
I
rule.
don't know. TJ. Okay, so the stoplight has 3 circles. So I
Yeah,
think
you know the position.
how like
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dangerous. I can't believe you did a pen on Haley's. You broke your own
Pencils are for people that make mistakes.
Yeah.
Always use on your
I've never made a mistake. in my
Always
life.
use a pencil on your math. Shoot, I
Huh?
would just
Have you
way
ever ran a
too
red
big.
light?
Every day. Is that a mistake? If you don't get pulled over, is it a
What
mistake?
is that?
Yeah, it's kind of a.
It's just like doing
You're
something.
going good.
If you don't,
Oh,
like you go on your phone in math class.
It's only a crime if they catch you.
We multiply it.
1 times 1 is 1.
Right, comma?
Does anybody want a highlighter to help point out the numbers that you created that are going to be larger than 20?
That pink? I don't like orange. Well, too bad.
No,
It's a highlight.
Wait, hold on. Let everybody else get a shot. Do yours first, and then I'll let you go up there. Okay, so now, did Haley do a good job of putting the sample space up there? It's 6 by 6, 36, and she multiplied, but it's the word here is product, so she multiplied. 5 times 2 is 10, as you can see. All right, now, this is why this is in italics, and it's in blue. What is the probability of getting greater than 20? What's the symbol for greater?
That way.
Is it gonna be, is it the green symbol, or is it gonna be the blue symbol? Greater is green. Is this an open or closed circle? This is open. When I graded your test, some of you still put closed circles for that. I don't understand why. Is it, if you go to all your checkpoints in, they are in the platform.
Powers.
All right. So let's ask Haley. Haley, do you think you should highlight the 20? No, it's not. 20 would be equal to. All right. You guys all had a chance now to get your highlight on. All right, you can go finish if you want.
I'm not finishing.
You know highlight?
Figure out how to.
How to what?
How to make a box?
Wait, first of all, your
Can I have
paper has
green?
lines. You just have to count 6 lines now.
That's what I did. You should have seen the first one.
No, he tore the other one out.
So I was. Yeah, I did.
Why is
No,
it
no,
so
no,
hard?
Just click off it. I'll help you. You're gonna make it didn't work.
Wait,
It's
you're too far. You're going too far.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys see us? I got it. No.
Give me.
Why'd you mess up? Oh my god.
Did anything happen up there?
Whoa.
She's
Whoa.
That's a neon.
It makes it black.
keep up.
What color does that look like to you?
Oh, they look the same. Honestly, they
Before
look the same.
They look the same. They look yellow and green.
Wait, she's highlighting any number that is greater than 20. Did she miss any?
No.
So let's go with Tiffany. Tiffany, what is the probability that it's greater than 20 then? What out of what? How many?
6 out of 36.
Yes, the probability is 6 out of 36. That's the answer for that
No
question.
option.
Could you have done that without seeing it?
No option.
No, you really can't.
Huh?
Swear to God, like,
Yeah, you kind of gotta see it. You could try multiplying, but then you might like double count or miss one. Any questions, or am I good to go?
Can we keep that out for a second?
Yes, of course. the most annoying sound ever.
Don't do that.
Hey, it looks like they're putting sides on this building now, huh?
They're putting the wall in, dude. I just want to go in there.
It looks dangerous. Sometimes I creep and I try to see whenever they open that door. They don't even have a floor down yet, but I don't know.
There's no
I've already shown
I mean, there's
the book.
something to walk on, but it's not like a floor where it's like tile. It's like wires and
You see the staircases?
they look good.
Yeah. You can see them sometimes.
All right, can I go now? Shh. Here, how can I shorten this for you? Let's go with. Only write down these words. A pizza can be made with white or
You have to do red sauce. White sauce is white sauce. It's so good.
white sauce or red sauce,
Red sauce.
and one topping choices of pepperoni, mushrooms, bacon, onions, pineapple.
How much?
Bacon?
Create a top-
You might know.
You know what? I'm gonna leave it up to you. Either create a tree diagram or you can create your chart if you
I'll
like
do
a
a
chart.
How would
So write those down.
The tree diagram?
the chart?
The chart is just like this.
No,
But instead you're gonna have, instead of 6 boxes, you're gonna have 2. It's gonna say red sauce, white sauce, and on the other one it's gonna have the toppings. Do you have to write the whole word in the box? Let's say you're getting, the only thing that's confusing is P for pineapple and P for pepperoni. Do you want to change pineapple to a different topping then?
Yeah.
Alright, let's change pineapple to sausage.
Ew, no one likes that.
Bacon.
Salmon pineapple.
Much better than sausage.
We have bacon already, TJ.
Huh?
I've never had one.
Yeah, jalapeno.
I love jalapeno. I actually had jalapeno pizza yesterday.
Yes.
Change it.
Jalapeno M&Ms.
Alright. Jalapeno M&Ms?
Yeah.
They have those?
Yeah.
That sounds like the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's Sour Patch Kids cereal. I hear about that. That sounds disgusting too.
Sour Patch cereal?
Yeah, like you know what Sour Patch Kids are? That candy.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you
They made a
just
cereal.
talking to her?
You know what? You drink that with expired milk, and that's really good.
You're not her friend. You're not her friend. You're not her friend.
You haven't lived
She
until you
doesn't
try
like
that
you.
Sour Patch and expired milk. At least 3 months
Then
past
you
that
miss
expiration.
them.
It's just no fun. Like, you know it's good when it's chunky.
No, don't touch my house. Doesn't even.
Extra ice cream.
Who's the husband of
I don't care.
That's good.
No. You can't do that. Oh, she didn't take it out.
Yes, I did.
Oh, no.
Is anybody trying a tree diagram?
I am.
I'm like, I had to write all this down.
How much? Yeah. Oh, I thought.
That's okay.
Do we do like the red sauce?
So, guys, this is what I'm trying to get to. Samara goes, "How do I start it?" I don't want to have to give you the outline all the time. Some kids are gonna go like this. Some kid made this in here at this period. Is this good?
No.
Yes, it's excellent. Does it show how many different outcomes are there?
Yes.
Shows how many outcomes that are different.
No.
How many is a number? How many outcomes are different? How many boxes do you see? 10. Here's something else. This one looks completely different. Is this one still right on paper?
Yeah.
How many boxes does this student have? 10. If you do a tree diagram, as long as you end up with 10 different answers, it's still right. I want you guys to be able to create these on your own. They don't all have to be the same. They don't have to look the same. There's more than one way to create a diagram. I said tree diagram, you could do table. This is excellent, Shawnee. This is excellent, Josie.
You need to go to the hospital? No. Okay, then you're good.
That is awesome.
I'm not talking.
Alright, it looks like for the most part everybody who started it has finished.
Wait,
Yes. I wish I could make this bigger. Alright, here's Shawnee's. I'm sorry. Samara's. I already used Shawnee's. She made white and then red. And then Samara broke it down. She said you could have pepperoni, you could have mushrooms, you could have bacon, which is TJ's favorite, it sounds like, onions, and
He's on the
sausage.
phone.
Pepperoni, mushroom, bacon, onions, sausage. This works. They all give you all 6 questions.
I did the chart, but I used like numbers.
So if you're using numbers, you're gonna have to do 1 represents. At some point, you have to have 1 represents white, 2 represents red, and you actually have to that way you know what each block should represent. But yeah. 'Cause now if I ask a question like, what are the chances of getting a red pizza with meat? I could tell red pizza with meat. It would be pepperoni, bacon, sausage. It would be 3 out of 12. If I said a red pizza with meat, you'd be like, wait, I just see 2s and 5s. So you'd be confused.
Hey, I need to go.
All right, we have kids in here that need to finish. Mackenzie, you haven't finished this from a while ago. Yes.
I don't care. I am not your friend.
Can we go over that test?
I need to look at
Yeah, let me turn test on first. Oh,
Baby phone. Get the iPhone 4.
if you need help on your checkpoint, raise your hand. And if you want to try, maybe, what's your name again, sir? Lane? Mr. Lane? Alright, Mr. Lane can also try helping on probability. He was very attentive during the lesson, so I think he's got a good handle on what we're doing. Yeah. I'm turning on assessments now, so if you want that done, yeah. Checkpoint what? Across the hall. Go look in the tray. It might still be in the tray. I, for the most part, I had everything cleared out yesterday at one point.
Access room real quick on the spare part.
What?
Where's bathroom?
Wait till the gentleman across the hall, and when you do the bathroom, go across the hall. Theoretical probability.
Wait till Dave gets back. For probability and sampling. Can I do
Is this
that?
the second one?
No, this is the first one.
Alright.
And it passes tomorrow.
It's an additional though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to tell Faith, but she's gone.
I need to find the right one. Which one is that? For additionals, do we have to do the
Work? Yeah.
We didn't finish that.
I'm gonna count. You did your con too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Alright. Request it, Miranda. Good luck.
I'm not for sure. How many focus areas? How many cancer?
Girl.
How many focus areas you got left?
Skill drawings.
9. I have 9. Want to take one
All right,
today,
request
so
it.
maybe 8.
If you're not sure how to show your work, ask me and I'll show you, okay?
I have 10 left. I have like.
So just so you know, sometimes they're gonna say, what's the skill factor to go from big to small? If you're going big to small, is the skill factor bigger than 1 or smaller than 1? Like what? If you're multiplying 7.2 by a number to get 5.4, it's gotta be smaller than 1. Just remember that. Is this first or second?
Why is that red?
Thank you.
Do you understand that in terms of pi stuff that I showed?
But I know it.
All right.
Area equals pi r squared. Circumference equals pi d.
If you're taking circles, I'll let you use a calculator for it.
Me too, right?
All right, request it, please.
Thank you.
Next. Buy a notebook.
No, can I grab my
Hurry up. Poetry?
Yeah.
Not your friend.
Oh yeah.
Is this your first attempt?
Yeah. Do you not believe me?
Do you have an A?
No.
Should you be taking poetry?
Yes.
No. My rules are you should only be doing math in math class,
Oh.
unless you have an A. Does anybody have an A in my class that wants to go across and help Mrs. Klaus? You have to. Shh. Safe, you have an A? What do you, go across and see if you need help then. There you go.
I'm taking circles again. You said I didn't need to take an extra page of notes because we went over.
Alright, request it. I remember talking to you. You're good.
Thank you.
I want to double check this. I don't know if I did everything right.
If you throw percent, it's right. Or it's 1.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing that would be wrong. This is good, good, good. They are independent of each other. This is right. This would be right. This would be right. Where's the work though? How did you get that?
Oh, okay. I should show work.
Yeah, here I'll put work here for these. What is Becca? Becca, if Billy makes 3/5, which is 0.6, Aiden made 75%, and this Becca made 0.63.
Oh, should I switch? I think
Now think about that. What percent is that? Is that 6 or 60?
60.
And this is 63.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this might be
Switch
rearranged.
off.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have the video.
Let me see it.
It's just a black screen.
It's a black screen. But you wanted me to airplay it on the thing? How old is your brother?
He's 5. Well, that's the only part he could sing because these. After I tried teaching him rest, but then he started singing the ABCs. I just said, just sing that part.
Hey,
Yes.
he's gonna have a head start when he gets
Yeah.
to 7th grade.
Can I grab some notes from my locker?
Yes. Can you start? You guys gotta start bringing them.
I forgot what I was gonna ask. It happens a lot.
Because you're an SDO. What do you have to work on for my class?
I don't know. We'll see.
What about that checkpoint? Is that checkpoint good?
I don't know.
Good. I'll airplay it. Alright, I gotta stop. Oh, I guess I was recording.